That's the big game in my opinion. I don't think it has anything to do with values. Hi, welcome to another episode of The Trajectory. Today I wanted to talk to you about oil and US strategy as it relates to the entire global political conflict that we are seeing unravel in Iran, diplomatic visits to Beijing, and give you an idea what I think is actually the grand position that the United States is trying to maneuver itself into. So I get to this understanding by seeing the trends of the United States after its successful overtaking of Venezuela, and then moving on to right away to Iran, with probably some concurrent activity in Cuba going on. But fundamentally, you can see that they're not in a rush to go to Cuba because there's no oil to take there. They're just basically blockading that. But they are looking to destroy the oil production and flow of oil, or control it out of Iran. So I think the reason is basically the US is going to use this strategy to try and contain China, and that's their modus apparatus. They need to contain the growth of China so that they can maintain their hegemon power with the US currency. So that's what I see happening, and everything else is just noise. And basically, much of the gamesmanship you see, it's all just distraction in the circus, right in the circus. And fundamentally, the United States needs to keep a wedge between China and Russia. And so that's why I think all this gamesmanship is going to go in this direction, because at no point can the United States allow China and Russia to gain strength together without losing its hegemonic position on the world stage. And the conflict in Ukraine, which in my opinion is not likely to last that much longer, because I don't think that Ukraine could sustain the uptick in aggression that's headed its way after all of the drones that they're sending into Russia. But fundamentally, what I actually predict is that the United States will eventually get to the point where it'll want to take sanctions off Russian oil, and only if it's able to control it with the US currency. So that's what I see happening. Is we'll see a day where Russian sanctions will be lifted, but it'll be under the conditions where the US is able to influence its flows and where it goes to and with what currency. That's the big game in my opinion, and I don't think it has anything to do with values. It's all about money.